that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one. No, it's the saddest experience you'll ever know. Yes, it's the saddest experience you'll ever know. Because one is the loneliest number that you'll ever do. One is the loneliest number that you'll ever know. Loneliest number that you'll ever do. Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number since the number one. No, it's the saddest experience you'll ever know.
Kaboom! Welcome to Bryan's World. And I wanted to play this jam today for the intro because it takes a concept that's sad in root, right? One is the loneliest number. Talking about being alone, being lonely. We're kind of trying to buck off the grid and the matrix a little bit out here. So, like, do I want to be like, one is the loneliest number for the concept of like romantic relationships, or do you want to apply that to just being lonely in general? When you're off the grid, anything goes, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, typically this song is about someone being sad that they are lonely and don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or something like that, or a trans friend, dude. We're supporting everybody out here, dude. Yeah, what? How does that, well, no, it just depends on what the person is and what they call themselves. Like, oh, I have a trans. Well, what if the trans person identifies as a boy or is ASC? It starts getting confusing. Honestly, do what you want. Just don't, like, push sexual things on kids. That's all I'm asking. And a lot of people are asking. Go ahead. Go out to Thailand and fuck with some lady boys, dude. I ain't gonna sit here and break that down. That's not the point of my show. I ain't gonna get mad at you. Dude, what stays in Thailand or what happens in Thailand comes back to America because you have an STD now. Sorry. Unfortunately, what happens in Thailand does not stay in Thailand. It tends to come back with you. All right, but anyways, yeah, I like this because it takes the sad song. Everybody knows one is the loneliest number. And then they start talking about two can be as bad as one, saying like, maybe you're not lonely and you're with somebody, and it's just as bad as being alone because that person is like holding you back. Which probably half of relationships, y'all just staying together for the comfortable shit, and you probably don't even fucking like each other. Let's just be honest. No, that's why I'm picky as hell. It's like either you enchant my heart and my soul and I want to do things for you and grow as a man, or I'm just you're not even getting. I'm not gonna ask for a phone number, nothing. If you don't do something or be some kind of way or energy or something, it takes a lot to get my attention. This dick ain't free. All right, this dick ain't free. But yeah, we'll get into that too. I got dick glance today at the Aldi's, bro, at the grocery store. I got my peen straight eyeballed, dude. It fucking happens, man. At least to me, shit. I don't know about y'all. Dude, I'm not ever bragging. People think you probably think I brag because I talk about being approached by women. It's not like, dude, my side profile, my nose is giant, my hair's always fucking out. Like, I'm obviously don't have a real tan anymore, and I'm using self-tanner. It's the energy thing, bro. I never was like that until like this year, pretty much. Maybe a little bit in the past, but like dumb stuff at the bar. But yeah, um, it's for real. It's 100% your energy, whether or not you'll get approached by women as a man. Like they can smell the desperate on you. If you're a piece of shit, a lot of them can tell that too. Pretty easy. Like if you're boring and lame, like duh. And if you have bad, like if you're some sad guy sitting at the bar drinking your thing, is anyone coming up to you? No, like no one's. These dudes be thinking you go out to the bar and drink and be sad and listen to Morgan Wallen. What is again with country music, bro? It's so like downtrodden. And country boys are supposed to be the tough one. Every girl that has ever gotten to like know me has said I'm more manly with the country than the country guys she's been with. That they like are very sappy and sad and still cry over their exes. Which is very feminine. Like I'm not dogging on the concept of being hurt over exes. It's easier for a man though to overcome a past ex just because we have fucking testosterone. And I get that there's a testosterone epidemic out there. And that's just seems like, at least to me, honestly. I don't know. I've done a lot of things that when I tell people the story, they're like, holy shit. And shit, dude, you already know I got some balls, dude. To turn my personal Facebook with friends and family and just be like, I've got 243 friends. Let's convert my account and start off with 243 followers. Fuck yeah. Like, and then just throwing everything out there. Like, the ways that I do talk about my own life in these streams and some of the ratchet things that I say. But, yeah, dude. I'm not paying attention to the chat. No one's chatting, right? Cool, the usual. Perfect. I know the I got some of my peeps on the YouTube. This stream is going to Facebook and YouTube. For anyone watching any of this on Facebook, if you actually think that I only use Facebook for content, you're crazy. It's like one of the worst, but I do know how to send my shit to it. I just happen to know how to do it. But yeah, 1 is the loneliest number, man. And me, I'm not a big fan of like downtrodden music. I mix it in, dude. Like I fuck with some Lil Peep. Maybe not Lil Xan. He's okay. He did too many Xans though, and he only had one good song, and he didn't die. So you're not really. If you're like a sad rapper and you don't die, like, cause that's like the part of it. It's like a sacrifice thing. I feel like. And it's weird. It's weird. I can get behind the benefit of a guy like Juice WRLD or Lil Peep more than I can country music. I can see that more. Because you look at the comments. And again, I guess I'm not a big comment looker anymore, dude. I don't have time to look at comments, it's fun. And I did it for a very, very long time in my adulthood. We're in the social media age, but sorry. I need to stay on topic, dude. I be tripping sometimes. We're already 9 minutes in. I'm all over the place. But you know what? It's good to be all over the place, dude. I'm all over. Look at this. Look at this. What's that? You can see it, dude. You can see the shoulder bulging through. I did 50 push-ups. Straight up. 50 push-ups. And that was the first time I had done 50 push-ups since like a month or two. It's not easy. I had to like when you get to 40, when I got to 40, all the last 10, bro, were just big balls. Like the last 10 were just, what's he got? What can my body physically take? And like I literally went to failure, but that's normal shit, bro. Like I'm so used to pushing my body to failure and from working out, been doing that shit since I was 16. It ain't nothing new to me. That's I'm 29 now. It's 13 years. Like the way what's going on in my brain when I'm lifting is different from the average person. I don't even know. I don't even go in there thinking like 3 sets of 10, dude. It's like we're either maxing out or just doing something as many goddamn times as I can. But yeah, I'm not the most consistent lifter right now, and that's probably okay because my main thing is powerlifting. I don't need no hot fancy bod. Like, I don't want all the ripped. I don't want to be all crazy jacked. Like, I don't want to get crazy jacked because I don't even like that, getting crazy jacked. But we're getting there. We're getting close to my summer bod, dude. And I guess at this point, it's not really I'm focused on a person in the romantic world, so it's not even about that. It's not even about trying to attract nothing. It's just clocking in, bro. Clocking in. But anyways, going back to the intro shit. The lesson with this song is that you can take something that's negative, like negative context, right? One is the loneliest number. That's a sad song. It's a song people probably listen to when they go through a breakup. Oh. What did I do? Get it sexy. Get it sexy. Did I do anything wrong? No. Good. We're good. But the way the theatrical music, this song getting theatricized and that, let's, hold on. Should I get it back up so we can literally talk about it? Yeah. Let's get it back up. It's from the movie Venom, which I think is like a DC Comics movie. Let's see, like, it gets really... That's sprint out music, bro. Like, that's cardio, hardest hitting. That's your max out. That is some shit that will inspire you and get you going. And I think that's good, right? Because if we want to solve our problems, we have to take action. And again, I'm sitting here as someone who's learned by example, right? Doing the wrong thing. I used to be a dreamer. I used to daydream too much. Especially when I did this shit. And I would come on here and I wouldn't necessarily be ready to present something with value to the world. Sometimes just talk about my own bullshit. But I still, want to be a dreamer. Want to do this, want to do that. And it's hard to... When you're motivated by negative things, like... One is the loneliest number, being lonely. Lack of romance. This and that. Whatever is bothering you. You can't find a job. Got laid off. But anyways... I hate Facebook. I like shit posting things that I don't actually agree with. Just to mess with the world, just to like throw everybody off. So like I had been talking like a few people in my family like seen I went on like a Valentine's date thing, and I was just like I seen this thing and I shared it that said like, oh, trouble finding someone, and like I'm totally like head over heels for someone. Just fucking messing with people. I think she understood, but everybody else for a second they're like, oh, poor Brian, he's having trouble in the relationship in the dating world. And it's like, Nah, I'm focused on somebody that you know, it's got what I'm looking for. But yeah, sometimes you gotta mix it up, dude. Appear weak when you are strong. Appear strong when you're weak. But yeah, I'm one of those. I'm very cryptic. Sometimes I'll say something and maybe it doesn't necessarily reflect what I actually believe. Maybe I'm just posting it for content. Uh, I just hope that, yeah, that makes sense. I figured I'd shit chat about that a little bit. Um, so yeah, you got to be careful with this kind of stuff. Like when you're trying to make something negative. So for me, divorce. I got divorced what, like a few years ago. 2022, we broke up with my ex-wife. Uh, yeah, that can be a rough thing for a lot of people, but I feel bad for people. But I mean, I figured it out, and I figured it out. This wasn't. I figured myself out. And a lot of people, what they do is you take that person and you start like patting it. Does that make sense? Like you pat it. Like you make all these negative things and you keep thinking about those negative things to make yourself feel better they're not in your life anymore. Which is good. You should do that a little bit. Like, you know, all right, well, this person had all these bad traits. They did this to me. So I'm happy now that I'm not with that person. And again, yeah, but that's just logic. That's just basic logic and common sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course you're not together anymore because they fucked up and had these negative things about them that they couldn't fix for you as a person. And it can go both ways. Of course you're not together, obviously. So for me, it took me quite a long time to become positive about this. And it gave me a lot of negative emotion, negative motivation, I call it now. And again, not that all negative motivation is bad. I believe in a balance, but like I made that shit my world. That was my motivation. I'm going to show her. I'm going to show everybody else that ever doubted me. Meh, 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 meh. Because I'm a special boy. How dare they? Oh, she divorced me. Don't you know who I am? It be like that. I remember saying something. They're like, I'm going to be a fucking baller. Just wait. Which came true, man. I mean, like, it's a different, I'm definitely a baller, but people need to understand, dude, the guy with the fancy car and the Rolex, is he really balling out, man? Because I think baller is how you affect other people. I'm a baller because I use my time and go fucking hard to support myself and the people around me. And I also want to bring out the baller energy in others. And saying, hey, these people, they're chasing the money. Man, they're probably stressed as hell. More money, more problems. Don't get me wrong, I have financial goals. I'd like to get $1 million house on the lake over there in Lake Cable, right? Right where I live in these shitty apartments. That's nice. I like my apartments, but you're real close to that. So I'm kind of in the down, and you kind of look at that. And I live near this, right in the Belden Village, it's called. If you're from Ohio, you might have heard of it. It's like they got everything. Mall, all the different stores, some of their Olive Gardens and those types of chains are like top 5 in the nation, not just Ohio, in the nation. So it's kind of like, a big time area. So if I start talking about like my energy and again, in the past when I came on here and gave the best of myself, a lot of times when I got off, I was not good. Like, but I just kept pushing it. And eventually that shit sets in. Even if it doesn't feel like you're really there. If you just keep riding with it, it will pump in. You'll get where you need to be. But yes, if I'm, driving past this place that sells fancy cars, I'm seeing all these Tesla trucks. Dude, I see Tesla trucks all the time because I live in an area that has those types of people coming in. Again, the $1 million houses. When I go out to the bar, I typically, if I'm going out alone, I like to start the night. I'll go out at like 8 p.m. because I don't drink. So for me, going out, it's a little bit different than the average youngster. Okay. When I go out, I'm trying to get I'm letting my social butterfly go, I'm making people's time better. I'm learning from people. Part of it even is for this, so that I can hear what's going on in the world and hear from people and hear different stories and have something to talk about. It's not the only reason I do it, but I like to talk to the older crowd because they're not drunk and retarded. They're drunk, but they're not retarded. Once the younger crowd comes in, they're drunk and retarded, and then and then like a bunch of, the chicks come in. And honestly, there's a lot of times where like, you know what? I ain't scared of none of these female things. But I'm getting out of here. Because, what's the chances of me finding someone that makes sense for me at the bar? Not very much, because they're going to be drinking. I'm the only motherfucker that goes to the bar and don't drink. Which sounds crazy, you guys. I know it sounds crazy, but I have some nootropics that kind of get me where I need to be. Yo, what's up? What's up, Luke? Sorry, guys. I didn't have the YouTube chat up. My apologies. Let me actually do my job. But yeah, I'm kind of shooting the shit a little bit here. Why I do what I do, just because I like doing what I do. It's pretty simple. Ooh. Y'all ever be like, you ever like meet somebody and things are going well, talking and all that, and you see like an old crush you had from months ago, and you're just like, it could have been you. It could have been you. You missed. I'll say that. I mean, I tend to be viewed as like a not sketchy, but like my look, I've been told I have like the fuckboy look, which is okay. I take a lot of selfies and all that. I don't know. I just like taking my selfie. I don't understand. But yeah, I'm typically viewed like when they think I'm gay usually when I'm out and about. And then, so what I do to kind of offset is I immediately get into how jazzed up I am about maybe there being an apocalypse. So that I could, like, this life is boring. The modern society is boring. It's too easy. We need to go back to fighting over resources. And I'm not trying to be that guy that's like, I would survive and be the best. And, if there was an apocalypse, I'll do this and do that. Everybody thinks they got the plan and everything figured out, dude. Beware of people who be spitting too much advice. I'm very tactical with my advice. I'll give you guys a great fucking example, dude. I was playing video games at my homies. Luke, if you're still in here, my dude, Chinchy, my main homie, dude, one of my main dogs. We've been down for each other through the hard times, dude. Anyway, we were smoking some of the devil's lettuce, playing some Call of Duty Black Ops 1. That's what men do. They play Call of Duty Black Ops 1. They don't run around in skins. No, I mean, I'm just playing. I don't want to insult a bunch of people because I know y'all are all playing the new Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and it sucks. I played it. It's so bad. It's just not a good game. It should be, you should return it and go back to Call of Duty Black Ops 1. That's where the men are at, all right? But anyways, we'd be talking hella shit on there because you can't get banned. It's the old days. You didn't get banned for telling people that you were going to do bad things to their butt. Oh, so we're playing, dude, and I'd be hollering. I'd be silly sometimes. I'd be real silly. But that's my value. My value is that I can go from serious shit to serious emotional support shit, goofy motherfucker, or intellectual son of a bitch, or warfare type guy. I can, all my different abilities I can click in at any given moment. So I'm doing my joking. I'm doing my I'm saying all sorts of things that I can't even probably say on here. And this guy goes, he's like, man, you crazy. You crazy, man. I wanna get into some more smart stuff. And this guy didn't know me. I'm just some random dude yelling obscene things on a video game. But he started talking about, he was doing a Twitch stream himself and wanted to start talking some Andrew Tate, life motivation. He was telling me, I broke up with my girlfriend, moved to Arizona, and I don't know what I should do. Should I stack my bread, try and get back, and then blah, blah, blah. And it's funny because he probably thinks I'm at that point, some dumb jackass. And all of a sudden, I just, bro, I have a podcast and I talk about this shit. Let's go. And I did my thing, guys, go with the flow. Life is about the experience. Life's about the journey, not the destination. And as I went on to my speech, you know what he said to me? He said, the things that you're saying are the best thing that I've heard. That I haven't heard someone frame it like that. That, hey, you can go out there and work hard but not be tied to the outcome and just live day by day working hard and having fun. And if you do the right shit, the universe is going to take care of you. And he was saying that it's better than Andrew Tate, Joe Rogan, all these guys. And I said, yeah, I know. I'd be saying that myself. I'm not kidding. I listen to my stuff back. At this point, I'm pretty evolved at this shit, so I want to do the best that I can. And I might be a little biased, but if I was stranded on an island, give me my backlog. Dude, nothing, no live stream or podcast makes me laugh more than my own. But that didn't start happening until year 3. And it, did I have some of the tools in the toolbox when I first started this shit to be able to have the right mind to produce something? Yes. But your voice and your delivery and your tones and what you're really talking about. I mean, there's a before and after. How about we try and find that clip? There's a before and after of my first show compared to the last one. And again, the reason I'm sharing this is for anybody out there who's trying to do something themselves. Kitty, be careful, Kitty, because the mic might unplug. You're going to go over here. For any of y'all trying to do something yourself, whether it be starting a garden or learning how to fix a car. Understanding that you're not going to stay the same if you keep working at something. You're going to get better. You will get better at something. And I watched myself go from that first podcast to who I am today, and I've had that skill now for a few years to be able to go on here and rant about things and do my thing. But yeah, when I so you ever hear Joe Rogan say, "I hate my own podcast"? He says he goes back and listens to it and he doesn't like it. Well, that's how I was when I first started. But eventually it gets to a point where, yeah, I'm going to be watching a lot of myself and a lot of film. I can see that I suck and I don't like listening to this. So I was like, damn. That's what I would tell myself. I'd be like, oh, well, Joe Rogan says that he doesn't like his show, so I'm okay. Just keep hustling. And then over time, I saw how much better I got. And it was very exciting. Let's see here. I have no idea what this got. Oh, this backlog is nuts, you guys. Oh, wow. Yeah. I've been a little busy with this shit over the years, huh? So if you look over here at the files, Dad, these are all, those are full podcasts, like full shit. That won't even load because there's too much. Like shit won't even load. It's geeking out my computer, bro. All right. That's not working. We need to get this thing out of my computer, dude. My computer's tripping right now. Let's safely remove this hard drive. Very important, always, remove your hardware safely and use protection. Just kidding, they call me Plan Brian for a reason. Ayo! It's always worth it. It's worth the $40. Or what, they got them now for $20, huh? Hey, I've been put to the test, you guys, and I passed the test. Not every man can pass these tests, and a man will find himself having to pay for the Plan B because that he did not do a satisfactory job. I don't even know what that means, dude. I don't even understand the concept of that. Everybody getting off in this one, okay? In my room. Love. In my room. Yeah, just win, baby, win. All right, I'm going to take a piss and we're going to get rolling. I'm not going to show any footage of myself from the past. That's too narcissistic. I've been talking about myself a little too much. But again, this is I've come from a real rough shit. And I'm not saying I have some crazy bad stuff that happened to me. A lot of my shit is my fault. But I was down bad. And it's not like I have all these great things in my life. I mean, someone wonderful has entered my life, that's for sure. That's very good. But this is someone who, is going to require the best of me, and that's what I want. So the other thing, though, again, everybody's a different creature, and my daily schedule, right? Waking up at 6:30, getting my daughter to daycare, getting into work on time, clocking in before 8 like a good company man. Whether I got to run red lights to make it there or not is nobody's business. I work my 8 to 4 job, full-time job. I get off, and then what do we have? What is there next, right? I'm not just a go to work, go home guy. All right, do any of my peeps need me? Who needs me? Who needs me first? I gotta take care of my people. All right. Take care of my people. Get my shit done. Make sure that I can take care of my people and get my shit done. And then after I'm done with all that, because I've been efficient with my time throughout the day and kept my mind in a good spot, well, I was able to procure a few things that I would want to talk about on a podcast throughout the day because things come to my head. Things are free flowing. So to clock in at, to get your daughter to school, clock in at 8 and just keep it going. It's 10 o'clock now, okay? We've been on the clock for, I don't even care, 14 hours. But I'm doing things that I feel happy about and enrich me. Especially when you can do something for someone else. And I don't ask for nothing in return. I'm fucking Thanos. I don't need to ask for things in return. I don't need anything in return. I've already given myself everything that can be given in my mind. You always want to improve and grow and get better, but again, there's nothing. I mean, I see my peers, people I went to high school or college with, established job, probably even a good job history. I've bounced around all over the place. I did this bit before where I listed off everything bad. Divorced. And I got divorced. I was not the one who chose that. It was get out of my house, Brian. Please leave. Sometimes I need to remember just to breathe. Sometimes I need you to stay away from me. But no, I digress. But yeah, man, the power of the mind. I always say it. Y'all gonna chase that shit for 40 years and it's not gonna give you the answer. I think a lot of retired people kind of find the answer when they get that free time. I do think extreme issues and trouble and problems, it's a breeding ground for two different things. And again, we don't have to be absolutes, right? I don't like to generalize people. People fall in the middle of this, but when you go through some tough things in life and have been treated the wrong way or fucked up yourself, whatever, it's a breeding ground for rising up and passing the average person, right? If you can overcome your problems, life becomes less of a problem in itself. Like whenever I have a problem or an issue that pops up, and I have them all the time, every single week, whether it's me or one of my people. I don't even like to use the word problem though. Because I've already manifested in ahead for when I do have problems that I will be the solution man. So when I have problems, I don't have problems. I have solutions. And again, that doesn't mean I'm some wizard. That doesn't mean I'm going to find the Holy Grail, or it doesn't mean I can build a car from scratch or anything like that. But my mindset prepares me and equips me to deal with anything. And that's pretty fire. That's pretty dope, All right, I got to take a whiz. What's up, Polly? No, that's just win, baby. Win, baby, win. That's Al Davis. We're going to get into that. It's my new I have a new catchphrase, you guys. So exciting. Come on, Katie, let's go pee. So just win, baby, win, right? We've heard that before. The Raiders. Al Davis, their old owner. His son is Mark or whatever. I mean, we call a spade a spade. We call a hoe a hoe. I got hella hoes like a Home Depot. I would have to think he's inbred. I mean, people look silly, but yeah, actually, you know what? He looks kind of cool, dude. I take it back. I take it back. He's silly looking, but it's like noble. It's like badass. See, when you grow a lot as a person, sometimes you like revisit things and you're not a dick anymore. Like, I'm not gonna be a dick to this human being. I respect him. Although he shouldn't have fired John Gruden just for. Ooh, yeah, no, never mind. The problem with the John Gruden. So if you don't know about John Gruden, he got fired for saying the N word a lot and being very racist on emails that were like John Gruden at Raiders.com. He was using the Raiders company email. And this was a few years ago. I mean, I don't know what the statistics are in the NFL, but I think there's probably more black people than white people. So, like, if you're coaching them, if you're not them, I don't mean like them as the team in the whole. If most of the people in your locker room are black, I just wouldn't do that, right? It doesn't matter if you like saying the N word or not. Okay, that's not the debate here. We're not even going to debate the whole that, all that. Can you maybe, send that in a text message or something else that isn't going to like ruin your entire career? He's such a good, fun football guy too. I love John Gruden. But I don't know what's going on there. I think, did he have a divorce? Yeah. Sometimes early on in the divorce, you get crazy. You like want them to think you're crazy or something. It's some weird. I don't know. I mean, divorce like any other breakup, though, it just involves the courts. And if you have kids, you're kind of stuck together. You got a co-parent and all that. Yeah, I'm somewhat of a wizard, Polly. I'm a wizard. I'm a wizard. I'm a magical guy, dude. I've been getting hella synchronicities. I'm not as much like when I get a synchronicity. Say today, my bill at the Dollar Tree was 666, which that one I was like, I don't want the receipt, bro. Fuck that. But if you buy 5 things at Dollar Tree, it comes out to 666. That Dollar Tree don't count. Like that's what it comes out to. As long as you're only getting the normal shit that's $1.25. But at the Aldi's, right? There's a grocery store. My bill came out to $8.88. And I was like, give me that fucking receipt, dude. Give me that receipt. And synchronicities. I've seen this happen in my life. When I was on the right path and doing the right things day to day, I received a lot of synchronicities, like seeing shit all the time, weird shit on my phone, numbers and stuff, when I was really focused on doing the right thing. And a lot of times it can be in moments where something don't feel right, but that those numbers pop up. We get a lot of 1111, 444, 222, 111. In the past, you kind of get all... If you're new into spirituality and you start picking up on your synchronicities, it can be exciting and you can like think you're super into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm magical because I saw 444 on the clock. Now, when you start seeing shit every day though, and it's all over the place and it's different stuff, yeah, something you're in it. You're in it. And it correlates with a lot of magical things happening in my life. Now, in the past, I've gotten those numbers. There was a specific time where I had the insurance job, and when I had a lady friend. What's her face? Kelsey. She, fuck you, Kelsey. Yeah. She was a witch. She hexed me or something. I don't know what happened. I didn't do nothing wrong. She was the one that was like, you know what? I have too many feelings for you, so I'm going to go have sex with a different man who's like not as cool. But he'll simp out and take me on a trip to Columbus. That's just like, she didn't say that, but that was like literally what, like that's basically what come out afterwards and what happened. There's too many feelings. Too much. And I don't want it. You know, some people, they don't want that shit. And they run. I'm not kidding. Both women and men. If they catch feelings, even if it's like the right person in the right time, whatever it may be. I've seen it with my own eyes. Like, you think you're exclusive and it's like, damn. You see the Tinder on your phone one day, you're hanging out, like, come on, bro. At least tell your boy. Don't do me like that. I didn't know I was sharing this thing. No. I'm not a big fan of polyamorous relationships. I'd be somewhat open to it. Not really. If the girl wants to go do lesbian stuff with chicks, I guess I'm not really gonna even... I mean, as long as it's not like all the fucking time. I would prefer not, though, but, you know, I'm a open explorer out here. I don't know if that really it counts as... I don't know. It kind of does. That's like a discussion between you and somebody else. I tend to think I'm like the whole package and that you would not need to do that if you're with me. You know? Like, let's say I sucked at eating cooter and I didn't know how to spell the ABCs with my tongue. I mean, at that point, sure, yeah. That's why usually it happens. It's usually how the open relationship kind of gets going. Like, show. Yeah, that's crazy, Polly. What happens there? You just have to rip up the piece of paper. That would have been a lot easier for me. But yeah, anyways, let's get to where I wanted to be going with this bet. So just win, baby, win. I have a new thing. Mine is bring it, baby. And I don't know if we can search this and find... But I don't see anybody else saying this, so this is now my new catchphrase. Yes, we're introducing a new catchphrase. Bring it, baby. Bring it. There we go. Bring it, baby. No, not like that. No, it needs to be like war. Not like, bring it, girl, bring it, baby. Like, no, that's not what we're going for here. We're going for, let's go, bring it, baby. Bring it. What you got? Bless them. Blessing them, dude. That too, the Jarvis Landry, bless them. Here, let's go. Let's watch that shit, dude. That's what I want. Bro, I kid you not. Like, when I used to drink, I've given this speech to like 2 different girls that I did the fucking Jarvis Landry speech. But it was like actually... like applicable kind of. Speech. For those that don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, Jarvis Landry was a former player for the Cleveland Browns. There was a TV show that covered the Browns one year called Hard Knocks. And this was one of the biggest moments from that here. This is one of my favorite players. Of all time. Of all time. Alright.
Well, let me say something real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Fellas. I don't know what the fuck been going on here. And I don't know why it's been going on here, but if you're not hurt, like if your hamstring ain't falling off the fucking bone, your leg ain't broke, I don't know, like you should be fucking practicing. Like straight up.
He's calling people out on the Browns. So this is when the Browns sucked ass, major ass. And this is the season where we finally started having a competitive team. This was coming into 2018, Baker Mayfield's rookie year. Tied the rookie touchdown record. Great season. We were like 7-8-1. We had a tie against the Steelers. And it was guys like this and moments like this that helped turn the culture around here in Cleveland. I know we had a bad year last year, but honestly, bro, you're not a real Browns fan if you didn't grow with the team this year. Like, go root. You're a Ravens fan, bro. If you're complaining and whining when there's so many things that, like, these players kept a winning attitude for you all year long, and we had a bunch of injuries and misfortune and bad luck. We could have easily won more games. But listen to these guys in the press conference and throughout the week and just, you know, when you're 1-7, like 1-8, and you're talking about we still believe in each other in this locker room. Even if we can't make the playoffs or do anything, like, we're here for each other and for the fans that actually care. Like fuck y'all candy asses. You want to, oh, your sports team. I need my sports team to do good or I'm not going to be happy. Like, this is reality. This is life, bro. Your team might not do good. They might suck. Are you going to cry about Deshaun Watson, a trade that happened 3 years ago? Are you going to be all sad? Because we had some men in this locker room that stayed down. And it wasn't like what I would see in the past. The old Browns before this, before 2018, is dysfunctional. They weren't saying the shit like they were saying. So I don't know. That's another thing. Hey, do some people think it's annoying or crazy I talk about this stuff? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I try to say, hey, 3-13, I found happiness with my team this year and rock with my team. Yeah, a lot of the games you kind of snooze off like we're fucked, we're going to lose. But I was always ready to listen to them press conferences after and hear what my dudes had to say and how they're going to fight through this adversity. And then apply that to my own life. Like, why the fuck you watching sports? You know your team might lose 50-50. I know that's not the actual odds and stuff for every game, but it's kind of win or lose, flip a coin, like. And again, this is how you can structure your brain. My brain, am I sad? Am I down on the Browns? Hell no. I know we're going to lose some players and we're going to restructure and bring new people in, but I still believe it. And if we go 0-17, lose all our games, dude, I'm going to believe it till the end. I'm going to still believe. Because it's believe land, Cleveland. I'm from up by the lake, dog. It's different up there. When you're from that Lake Erie, when you got Lake Erie, whatever the fuck, asbestos or algae. Yeah, it's probably asbestos and algae. When you got asbestos from polluted Lake Erie flowing through your veins, dude. No, that's not what gives me, nah. Nah, I'm from a different dimension or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm from. How am I supposed to sit here and be like, I'm this or that? Who am I? Let's get back to this. I know I get off track a lot, but I don't know. I have shit to say.
Like, that shit is weakness.
So again, he's calling out the team for players who could be practicing, but they're sitting out because of a small injury.
That shit is contagious as fuck. And that shit ain't gonna be in this room, bro. That shit been here in the past, and that's why the past has been like it is, bro. That shit is over with here, bro. If you can fucking practice. You can't get no better. Ain't nobody gonna get better by being on the fucking sideline if you ain't fucking hurt. If you not fucking hurt, you gotta fucking practice. Because you make other motherfuckers work even fucking harder. Now they had more fucking risk of getting hurt because you don't want fucking practice. Because you being a bitch. Straight up, man, that shit is fucking real, bruh. That shit ain't happening here. I'm just letting y'all niggas know that shit is not fucking happening here. I'm hurting, I'm tired just like every fucking body in this motherfucker. But I ain't taking no motherfucking days off because I can't be fucking great that way. That gotta be the fucking attitude and the mentality all the fucking time. All that weak shit don't fucking live here no more. That shit don't exist. It's contagious, bro.
It's contagious, bro. That's what I used to say to people. I'll be all drunk like, it's contagious, bro. But for real, yeah, I talk about all this spiritual stuff, and the negative energy can be contagious. You know, when you see somebody slacking off at work, what do? Probably slack off. I mean, my job, I see people, I'm there to work. Like, I'm there to work. I'm here to 8 till 4. If you don't have anything for me to do, I'm going to find something. I'm going to sweep the fucking floors. I'm going to make myself valuable and irreplaceable. That's how I live my goddamn life. Like, make your freaking mark. And it's this kind of stuff where you got to build. For me, man, I had a moment last week that physically my body, I gave what I had. I had food poisoning from some shrimp or something over the weekend. I threw up on like a Saturday night. Couldn't eat at all the next day. Tried to kind of eat again on Monday. Was kind of puking a little bit those days. And then finally Wednesday, I just had this bad pain. I tried to like eat normal so that my body could be replenished and actually like function and didn't hurt. But my stomach just said, nah, fuck you. Everything you ate today to try to recover your body, we're just going to, I don't know. I might have had a virus or something. And, you know what I did though? I woke up, threw up. I did smoke a bong to try to help me make it through, like, for the pain. Not because I was, like, depressed about it, but marijuana does have, like, pain-killing properties. That's a whole nother discussion. We're not allowed... Are we even allowed to say that yet? There's medical marijuana legal. I'm in Ohio. I can say that. YouTube be weird about that. But yeah, I did. My stomach hurt so goddamn bad all morning. I got my daughter daycare. I went into work. I went back there. Hopefully, I chugged my pre-workout hoping they'll give me something. But I was already in just so much pain. And I tried to start working, man. And I was like at a 9 or 10 pain scale. Like, bro, I need to sit the fuck down. Or I need to go home and throw up and sit on the toilet all the rest of the day. It was that bad. It was that much of a pain. My body was like, hey, you gotta stop. But it was like that all morning. And I fucking tried. I fucking tried to do the shit that I had to do that day. And I told my dude coming in, I was like, man, this is bad. This hurts bad. I don't know if I might not be good. I warned him. And I tried for like a good 20 minutes. I did a few things, but I could only go for about 2 minutes. And I'd have to like stop. It was that sharp of a pain. Like being on the field as a sports player. And I was actually kind of pissed about it. I almost felt weak because I couldn't fight through this pain. It was literally too much. Like all this working out I do, all this I put my body through. Here's our challenge for the day. But sometimes you're hurt, dude, and you really have to stop. So to Jarvis here, like, if you're hurt, don't just sit out. See what you have, unless something's torn, like he said, unless something's torn, hanging off the bone, come out here. and see what you have. And if you really can't go, you really can't go. If shit hurts too bad, it hurts too bad, and you gotta get recovery. For me, that was the case. I was literally down. Not like laying on the ground like a pussy. Like, I ate it. I didn't whine or cry. I just told my dude, I was literally walking out of there like, bro, I'm fucking cooked, dude. That's what I said. Like, I'm fucking cooked. This shit. My body is telling me to go lay down and then puke and then poop. But that's where, hey, bring it, baby. And if I have a day like that, I'm going to do every last thing that I can to try to get through that day. But in this case, I had some major stomach issues, and the rest of the day, even at home, dude, I tried to play video games. I could play video games for like an hour. And then, but like, while I'm playing these video games, I'm in pain. Like, just laying there. So yeah, bring it, baby. That's my new catchphrase. Just bring it. Bring it, baby. Because I'm ready, man. I'm ready for whatever. Which is tough, which sucks. I mean, part of the concept of being ready for whatever is truly being ready for whatever. And there's some things, oh boy, you know, loss of life. You know, losing somebody like that, tough. We all going to the same place, though. But yeah. It's not like I want to, yeah, bring it, baby, but don't, can we be easy? I'm out here manifesting positivity. I think I'll be all right, but, you know. I also don't want to be too good, because they be saying it's the end times and God be taking all the good people. I don't know if that's true. No. How can we just sit here and be like, yeah, that's definitely happening? There's people that be like that. I used to be like that with all the conspiracy stuff. These are the end times. But again, if you look at it, if you compare modern times and the average life to what it was 1,000 years ago, 2,000, 3,000, yeah, the world's technically a better place. This is still a realm of heaven and hell and beauty and evil, love and evil. Like, there's both sides to that here. And we have that choice every day whether we want to be in hell or heaven. And a lot of people will try to drag you into hell with them. A lot of people are such good people, but they just get dragged down by these awful people that do awful things. And y'all know how I feel about that. Like, there's like, what, probably four things, right? That's just kind of like, Like, throwing you in a cage to rot just doesn't really sit at home. Murder, pedophilia, hitting a woman, and rape. I'll say that's the big four. Like, yeah, I've never hit a woman. Nope, I've never done any of those things. So, I don't want to think that's like an accomplishment. What a horrible time we live in. I've never cheated on anybody. Not even a kiss. It was crazy, man. I guess, right? It shouldn't be. It's like, I don't know. The thing with cheating is it's a big impulse control type thing. That's typically how it happens. You go out, you're out and about without your partner. It usually happens at like a bar. It's typically an impulse thing, I feel like, but There's plenty of affair type, you know what I'm saying, where he's got the side girl, she's got another man she's seeing behind the husband or wife's back. But like, how could you face somebody? I understand leaving someone for someone, and maybe like if you cheated on them, at least you left the person for that. I can get behind that. That's what happened to me, I think, kind of. That's why if you're gonna cheat on me, leave me for that person. That's fucking honestly, I'm not mad at that. Like, if you leave me for someone else, I guess I'm not mad. If they made you happy, if they made you happier than I did, you know, who am I to say, oh, I'm a special boy and you should have stayed with me, blah blah blah. Hey, that's your choice. And again, I let that affect me negatively, but we can always choose to rise up from these things, right? And it's kind of like, hey, the Browns with Jarvis Landry coming in, you know, he along with like Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, Baker Mayfield, Joel Bitonio, and these guys, they changed the culture. And it's because they made a conscious decision to take something that wasn't good and do what it takes to make it right. But yeah, life ain't all snowflakes and sunshine. If I wouldn't have went through all the things I went through, I wouldn't be the person I am today. It's just that simple. I wouldn't be as strong. Wouldn't have as good impulse control, this and that. You name it. Everything about me is better because of what I went through. And there's a lot of like negative messages out there in this world. I guess a lot of people want to share their story now with like the internet and stuff. I don't know. You see people out there that kind of start doing content and they talk about like their whole thing be one thing. I guess that's what you're supposed to do for the algorithm and find your niche. How am I supposed to find a niche when I'm just an all-around fucking stud? When I've turned myself into an all-around fucking unit of a man? How the fuck am I supposed to do a niche content? If you do a niche content, you're just not even a well-rounded person. How could you even... Who wants to do the same thing? But no, you get my point. Like, people like, I don't know, they're... I mean, their brother dies, or their son dies, or their daughter dies. I've seen like a bunch of these coming out now, where people kind of go and they tell the story and they're trying to get their story out there. Go get a therapist. There's a place for that. I go to a therapist. And I still go to my therapist because this man helps me rise myself as a man. I'm not like, oh, there's these things on my mind that I need to get out. I used to be like that, of course. But yeah, no, if you have a bunch of problems, like, I don't know if starting... Because now you're in my way. Because what am I trying to do? How do you think the way that I've been talking to things that I say... If I look at somebody who's making their whole thing about something bad, negative, are you bringing something good to the world, or are you just trying to make yourself feel better? I understand they're trying to do someone justice, but this whole thing with getting justice when something horrible happens to someone or something, like, it's selfish. I tell people all the time, like, if I croak out and die, like, y'all don't be bitches about it. Don't let it ruin you. Because that's going to piss me off. That's going to piss me off. Like, that's fine. We reincarnate, dude. I'm not worried about it. I'll see you in the next run. See you somewhere else. But no, for real, you know? People are selfish about losing someone else. And one of my best friends in my entire life died, like, right in front of me. Like, shit just went downhill. And I guess I was very sad about it for a while, but I never made it a poor me thing. I always made it like, hey, this is a person who saw the great things about me. This was a man that I vibed with, that we had some of the same energy. And they helped me rise up. And, you know, it was one of the first person there said, dude, you're like a fucking rock star. Well, I had like an evolution. And he's like, where this energy? It's like this rock star energy, the way you can just walk into a room and dominate it. And not in a bad way, like, oh, look at me. Like, no, everybody's having more fun now. This guy's fun. That rock star shit. Bringing out the best in others. So when that person dies, you can be very sad. And again, I still see people 5 years ago, my best friend. Oh, to this day. And like, honestly, me and my dude talked about that kind of shit. And like, yeah, you don't, if one of us dies, like, don't be a bitch. We'll see each other again in some spiritual soul thing one of these days. We'll see you again, Gary, bitch. And dude, you can just create new adventures in your dreams. If you think about something a lot and then go to sleep and think about it, you can have, I still have plenty of good times with my dude in my dreams. Now I'm a lucid dreamer. That's some heavy spiritual shit. It takes a while to figure out. Some people just have it randomly that happens to them. But yeah, if I'm still to this day like saying stuff about how it makes me sad, that's very ignorant of me, because that person would want me to be happy and wouldn't want their death to hold me back. You feel me? Like, if I let that ruin my life, if I let that be an excuse for drinking alcohol or doing stupid things, I'm letting that person down. If it's been a few years and you can be sad about it and I miss this person, but I carry on this person's essence with me, and this person was a bad motherfucker. So, hey, I end up getting stronger from something like that. And if you don't get stronger from it, you're being selfish. That person's dead. They ain't here no more. You still got your life. Don't be a bitch. You know? Don't be all sad about it. They don't want you to be sad. They want you to live your life like they still in it. And that's the magic of things. You honor someone by being positive and carrying their spirit with you. I wish we could like die together in war. I wish that we got like invaded. That would have been sweet. Would have been way better. Like bleeding out in war. But yeah, you know, and it was interesting because I was one of them people that got all, like, if someone from high school died, I'd be like this. It's so sad that life is blah 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 blah. And I'm sad. Poor me. Like, I barely knew the person. Like, some of them, they were heroin junkies for 3 years. You're like, you did that to yourself. If you like get fucked over and do some drugs that kill you and you're just out partying, okay, that's sad and that's fucked up. But if you're like a heroin junkie, you chose the heroin over other things. And also, like, heroin, I'm not a big fan of the opiates. Anytime I've ever like popped a Percocet or something, like, it just, I mean, it's fun. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, but it's not what I would prefer. Why would I want to take something that takes away from my personality? Why would I want to take something that dulls me out? Okay. Now you can hear me, but it's not my mic. See what you did, kitty? Bada bing, bada boom. So yeah. Sorry, Polly. I was riffing. What do we got to catch up on? Polly's got some comments here. Oh, yeah, when Baker Mayfield, those commercials where he used to live at the Browns stadium. It was like an insurance commercial or something. He was like insuring his home. His home was the stadium, and he's like mowing the grass and all that shit. Hell yeah. I miss Baker Mayfield. But I miss him on my football team. I wish he was a Cleveland Brown still. But he still exists, and he still is a football player and doing well. So I'm just a Buccaneers fan now. They're just on my list of teams. Good kitty. But yeah, man, this is a hard enough place to live. And with our minds, we can learn to be very efficient with what we worry about and what we think about. And it's hard, dude. I'm 29 sitting here talking about this stuff. Like, it took me a while. So I'm easy on people, you know? Sometimes I gotta tell it how it is to get, you know, click the shit. But for the most part, you know, everybody's journey is gonna be unique and different. You're gonna strive for different things. I mean, some people aren't like the motivated type. That's why I try not to be too much of like a you should be motivated and you should do my schedule and you should be like me. If I were to, it sounds awesome to sit around all day smoking weed and playing video games, but that unfortunately would not make me happy as a person. It sounds nice and chill, but I would not be happy in that state. Just me personally. Someone else, dude, maybe you just want to smoke weed and play video games, and that's really it. You don't want anything else. Or maybe you've already had everything else. So yeah, I can get very demotivational very quick. Because I have that balance, right? Working hard and having fun. And I do have fun. You know, I had to work hard. I had to, you know, watch someone's child today. Nice lady. And her nice son. Very well behaved. Good boy. Was good for me. And I had to get, you know, I'm watching this for her and watching the young laddie. I was like, hey, no more cartoons, dog. We're going with Sports Center, dude. But while I'm doing that, right, it can be a lot to take care of a 2.5-year-old and make sure they're not like doing anything dangerous to harm themselves or making too much of a mess. But I also got all my other stuff done, staying productive while listening to music, prancing around, dancing, being wild, and having a good time doing it. So it's not like I'm out here. In the past, I'd be on that grand hustle because I'm trying to show somebody something, or I'm trying to show them all my exes or my ex-wife that I'm a somebody and they messed up when they broke up with me. How dare you? And then I learned how to, you know, and then I had my glow up and I learned how to be motivated through other people. And then I kind of realized, like, hey, I would like someone in my life who challenges me and pushes me and gets a little more out of me and gets me to unlock myself and get motivated in that positive way. It'd be nice if this right person could come along. But that's not how I framed it in my mind. Oh, no. I made myself already feel like that. Start pushing it, working, getting my shit together. fighting through adversity, staying positive, going out and about, opening my heart. And bam! Now I got this motivation in me that's like, I'm doing all this for somebody else right now. There's somebody else here is with me. And they don't need to do nothing. Put the team on my back. I got you. But that strength that you found someone who fits exactly what you were looking for in some crazy, weird ways. But boom. And it's not because I hoped and prayed. No, wish fulfilled. You have to put yourself in the wish fulfilled state. If you want something, start acting like you already have it. Quite simple. For me, I suppose the concept of love, my energy is very attractive that way because I love myself. I love myself. And I don't want to be like cringe, like self-love. Blah, blah, blah. It's more like, I don't know. It's weird because people say I don't have an ego, but like I kind of maybe have an ego, but I kind of don't. I'm just winging it out here. Like I said, I'm a balanced guy. Try to find balance in every way possible. The world is a vampire. Yeah, no, I mean, Polly says, great cat anyway. She is really into you. You know, that it is a female cat that trend, you know, this, you know, what do you expect? Of course she's going to be into me. Once you get in and you feel my energy, man, I'll tell you what, though, speaking of that, I was walking into Aldi's today to do some grocery shopping, and this older woman comes out, not older, but middle-aged. She looks at me, and, you know, they look at you in the face, and the eyes go straight to your dick. She fucking cock-peeped me, and then... Bro, this had me laughing for 20 minutes. So, yeah, she looked at the bulge, and in this case, like, the way my jeans were, as I walked past her, like, oh, shit, that happened. Like, that does, you know, it happens. You get, ladies be cock glancing, dude. I've seen that shit. It happens. I got cock glanced, and then I looked down, and the thing really is folded, like, oh, shit. Like, it looks like I'm packing heat. Just straight donging in this bitch. But, you know, a lot of it's your energy, too. You know, it's not just not just a physical attractiveness. I do have a spirit that I carry with me. But I just started laughing up in that store, dude. I lost my shit. And it was like the way she kind of like smiled, too. Which I get annoyed anymore. Like the fuck me smile. Like, leave me alone. I'm a nice guy. Leave me alone. Yeah, I mean, it's funny at first as a man to get sexualized, and it's kind of like, all right, sure, yeah, I have good energy in that department, whatever. But there's a lot more to me. And I get treated like that. Like, oh, he's probably dumb. Probably has like 3 girlfriends. You know, this or that. Whatever people might assume about me based off my look. Again, that's why I just start openly talking about, hey, I hope we have an apocalypse. So we can fight over resources, yeah. And I've been to jail. That's another one, man. Why is that like what gets someone, like the look in some girl's eyes? I've been to jail. I was only there for 24 hours. But for me, it's like I wasn't afraid to go to jail when I went to jail. In fact, when I got arrested, out in the back of my mind, I was like, this is going to be good for the show. I used to be Gil Ambrose, like, Gil gets arrested. But no, I went in there and I mean, yeah, you go in the holding cell. There's some gnarly looking guys with tattoos. But just because you are gnarly and have a bunch of tattoos and you look gnarly don't mean shit. I can tell if someone's a threat by the look in their eyes. And I didn't see none of that shit. There's a few guys that they brought in that were all like chained up and like bleeding and like down. Like motherfuckers about to get tranquilized. Do you see a dude with a blow dart gun like I don't know why they don't just do that. But for me, I'm sitting there like, buddy. You know where you're at? I was already within a few hours. I knew what was up. Like, look at these fucking idiots going crazy in here. You think you're helping yourself? Idiot. And everybody in here knows you're acting like that because you're scared deep down. People have those crazy freakouts. A lot of it's based in fear. For real, like a fear that, hey, I'm in such a fucked up situation that I have to go crazy. I've been there, dude. It happens. In my case, I was afraid that I was not going to get my phone or my wallet back. So I decided to fight 5 men in hopes that the cops would come out and only hit me with some minor charges and help me get my phone and my wallet back. And that's exactly what happened. And they really had to beat me up because I had hurt some fellas, I guess. They were quite upset, I guess. Which is not good. This is drunk, bad behavior. And again, there's a lot of people I hear out there. They try to act tough about that kind of thing. Like, no, I'm a fucking idiot. Like, yeah, will I go run and fight 5 men? Yeah, sure. I talk about how I want to go running into warfare. Like with a spear and charging armies. Ultimate sacrifice for the people that I love. Oh. So yeah, I'm not trying to brag about that when I literally have that mindset when I go to the gym like war. And this is about my battle against myself. And motherfuckers just be trying to one-dick each other. People are just one-dicking each other out there. You're not doing nothing. You're just trying to dick up on the guy next to you. So, I mean, yeah, think about how many people are dick up kind of people. Hey, they're always trying to dick up or give advice or things like that. Like, don't dick me up. I used to be like that too. Thinking that I solve the world and I know things and I'm a special boy. But yeah, for me, it's like, oh, what am I, a tough guy? Like, I'm at war with myself, dog. I fear the spirits and the creator. Not even then. I trust the spirits and the creator. I don't fear them. What am I afraid of? I mean, now you get small fears throughout the day. Everybody has little moments of anxiety and stuff. But what moves me and what makes me afraid? I don't know. The only time that fear really hits me is when you think about losing somebody, like, to death. But that is part of life. Oh, that's funny, Polly. Polly says, as I get older and remember all the people I've lost along the way, I think to myself, maybe a career in tour guide wasn't for me. Man, you're a tour guide losing all these people. Or you a tour guide on one of them riverboats? Are you the type of captain, Polly, where if they get on your boat, you gotta drink like straight liquor? You just holding people at gunpoint Like, everybody has to get drunk on this boat. Everybody gets drunk on the boat. Or it's me. Or it's you. Ah! Ah! Drink it. Drink it or get off the boat. Jump off the boat right now if you're not going to drink this booze. Be kind. Some people grew up in a Pepsi household. It's true. Get yourself a Dr. Pepper, girl. 23 flavors, bro. Get yourself a Dr. Pepper, girl. Get you a girl who likes some Dr. Pepper. But no, even at my age, 29, I can think about people that have came and went. Maybe not died, but came into my life and then exited my life. Whether, yeah, a lot of different ways. It's crazy. That's life. That's why you can't, you know, but at the same time, the people I matter most stuck around. It was fucking worth it, wasn't it, guys? I'm dope now. I'm super fun and awesome. Everyone likes me. Yay. So yeah, that's why I like being challenged. I get my ass kissed too much. I don't want my ego to get too inflated. What else was I gonna say? What does it say? Yeah, dude. I got that 90s Leonardo DiCaprio riz, which actually I found out that he copied me. I was watching a podcast and they were saying something about DiCaprio, and they're showing a clip from a 90s movie. Like, the dude was trying to say he's being cringe, and I was kind of like, fuck, dude, that's what I say usually a lot of the time. Like, look at those stars, baby. It could be anything out there, huh? Which, I get way more deep and philosophical than DiCaprio, but it's that kind of vibe, you know, on a beach and shit. Like, been there, done that, bitch. So I'm like, damn, DiCaprio must have had a time machine and got his riz from me, actually. But no, it's Titanic, bro. I got the Titanic level game. I'll die for you on a fucking boat. I will sink and drown so that you can live. Oh, you know, this guy's a smooth talker, and this guy really gets to the point, and this guy's whatever. Oh, he's giving you attention. He bought you a purse. He bought you a Bentley. But best believe if y'all getting robbed, he's pushing you down running. He's a bitch. I don't need to buy someone a Bentley to get them to like me, no. If I like you enough and I have the proceeds for it, will I buy you a Bentley? Sure. But why don't you get naked? Why don't I draw a picture of you just like in Titanic? I'll draw a picture. And then I will sink on a boat and save your life. I'm just that, you know what I'm saying? I guess while I'm on here, tomorrow, I'm trying to do like every other day. Stream, edit, stream, edit. I need to get my clips out there. There's really only one skill in life that you really need. And that's rock and roll, baby. If you know how to rock and you know how to roll, life ain't gonna be an issue. Life gonna be a good time. You know why I don't read the news? Because I already knew what was going to happen. Ooh. Ooh. 11:05. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna do some more kratom and then My med's really been knocking me out. I guess I've been wanting to talk about, are we innately bad or innately good? So I'm going to do that next. So yeah, obviously pondering whether we are innately bad or innately good is definitely based on a lot of theological talk, right? Study of religion. It seems to be that just the word religion, I mean, that's one of the things that it's talking about, right? What are we? What are we here for? What happens when you die? What's the spiritual nature of what's happening around us? And there's thousands of different religions. I think what religion is, I want to trust that the religious texts that were made were simply meant to be stories and teaching guides and not something that was to be used to make a cult with. Because let's just be honest with ourselves for a second. There is a lot of cult-like behavior in religion. And I know people don't want to hear that, especially y'all Christians. Y'all going to get salty and turn me off. That's fine. I do respect all religions. I do understand the possibility of maybe one of the religions got it right. Maybe you win, bada bing, bada boom. But again, I just think it's a little bit ignorant to say, hey, this thing has figured out the grand mystery and here's what you need to do and how you need to live. What do that sound like? Here's all the rules of our surrounding. You need to follow them. You need to do this, or you'll get this. Now, again, Christianity is a little bit more free flow of a religion because you have the ideology that we are born as sinners. Christianity telling you that you're born a sinner. And you're gonna tell me on the first day of my life, January 1st, 1996, you're gonna tell that little baby boy he's a sinner? How dare you? Fuck you. Seriously, fuck you. I'm just a baby, just a little baby. You want go to your local hospital. If you're a Christian, then you should go to the hospital and you should go look at the babies and you should say sinner, 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 sinner. Now I know I'm generalizing there, and Christianity really has a lot of different branches and they believe a lot of different things. Some people don't believe that we're innately sinners, but I know there is some shit that some of the branches. I was technically brought up as a Catholic. I went to Bible school or whatever that shit. Like, it'd be like a Wednesday and you'd have to go to the church after school and like go to Bible class. And I was never against Bible class. I didn't like hate going or anything like that. But my mind was not buying what was being put out. My mind was telling me that something's trying to pull me in here. Like, my subconscious mind as a young laddie, as a young boy, was telling me, like, hey, something's imposing itself on me right now. And it's forcing ideology on me that common sense does not agree with, right? Again, what the fuck did a baby do wrong? And then, like, why are we all sinners? What's, like, God made us... Again, I don't mean to pick on Christianity. I'm sorry. I'm not anti-Christian or anything like that. The Quran, people dog on the Quran and say there's a bunch of crazy shit. Same with the Bible. There's a lot of crazy stuff in both of them. But again, to me, I think that certain individuals are spiritually in tune. I happen to be one of those individuals, and it's something that can affect you as a child as well. So I was never fully into that shit. Especially when I was a sad little boy getting picked on, praying to God that things would be better. And then once I was a teenager, I was like, you know what? Fuck this, dude. We're cutting it loose. There would still be, like, when I'd get really hungover as an adult, I'd be like, God, don't let me die on this one. I think this is it. You'd have a few moments of the hangover where you legit feel like you're going to die. And see, some of y'all are going to be like, well, I don't know if it's ever been that bad. I used to start my night, anytime I would drink, I would begin the night by drinking a 750 milliliter gas station vodka, your normal, like, whatever size, your normal little bottle. I would drink it in about 30 minutes to an hour. I would clear the bottle. Now, this is gas station, so it's 21%. But yes, I would literally take the little, you know how they have the seal, the safety seal? I would take the safety seal off, and this would be my drink. Hello, this is my drink. And then I would usually get I would either have some snow cane or some fucking Adderall or something. So that hangover, and remember that alcohol, that's not like, oh, I'm hungover off this full bottle. This was the beginning. Usually then I'd have like a 6-pack, and then you'd go out. Look, I'm an opportunistic guy. When you're an alcoholic, that can get a little fucky. If you want to get wasted at the bar, right, kind of got to spend a lot of money. Get a lot of drinks, right? Or you can go, save some fallen soldiers. Fallen soldier is a half-drinking drink that somebody just leaves. And you know nobody's coming back for their drink. So you chug it. And that is how I would stay hydrated. But anyways, I don't want to make this bit a pick on Christianity. But I don't know other religions that well. Christianity is the most experienced. And again, a lot of branches of Christianity say we're born as a sinner. And they never explain that. That's what pissed me off. I'm like, stop calling me a sinner. I didn't do nothing wrong. Baby Brian didn't do nothing. Why are you calling him a sinner? Nah, somebody goes to the hospital and like the babies are passing around a blunt, dude. On like day one. Like, fuck! That Brian guy on the internet, he's fucking wrong. They're smoking weed in here. They got like sunglasses. They all got like sunglasses on. Man. Crazy, man. Crazy, crazy. Meds. I gotta take my medicine. It's that time, my boys. All right, I want to get off the theology behind this and maybe just get a little more practical with it. So, let's think about this for a second. Let's forget what I just said. There's a lot of evil in the world, and there's a lot of people that do bad things. Is there more good or more evil in the world? There is a balance. Unfortunately, sorry guys, like this realm is gonna be we ain't solving no world hunger, bruh. Like, if you haven't realized that by now, you know why we'll never solve world hunger? Because even me and you are greedy. Even me or you. Y'all motherfuckers be in $1 million houses and depressed. People have all the bells and whistles and still depressed. What I'm getting at here, there's a lot of temptations and a lot of evil, right? There does seem to be a balance in my eyes. I see it. But yeah, again, greed. You cannot... We're not going to solve world hunger until, like, me and you, we're all greedy. We're probably all greedy here in America. Not really, but you know what I mean. The real greed is obviously at the elite level, right? 1% of the population owns 99% of the wealth. I don't know if it actually comes out to that. You hear that. I don't want to be one of those guys that just is like the statistics. See, this statistics proves that I'm right. I don't. Has anyone ever really dug into that? I don't know. But we can tell that, like, there's certain things that are fucking unnecessary. Like, a lot of these billionaires, they have 2 yachts. And then the whole idea of, hey, once you have $1 million, you're going to be a little Joe. And you're going to fucking use that $1 million to make yourself more and more wealthy, and then the more money, and it compounds. You see compound, not just compound interest, but these people using their money to get more money. That's what starts happening once you start making a lot of money. You can use your money to make more money with investing. Bonds, annuities, whatever route you want to go investing. Mutual fund can probably get you 8 to 10% return. Whatever you want to fuck with, I don't care. But all these billionaires, they be stacking their shit. Once you got $1 billion, now we're getting $2 billion because we're going to invest it. And like if Bill Gates wants to act like he's a good guy, there should be a company that you have made by now that is your only company and your sole focus, and that would be to solve world hunger because people are dying because they don't have food because they live in shitty villages, and the global distribution of wealth is completely fucked. And people legitimately care more about the Kardashians than the starving kids in Africa. Like $1,000 purses. Think of all of the resources that goes into making a $1,000 purse. And then y'all try to be like flex with that. First off, I can get the same thing from the same factory off China for $10. You got scammed and schemed. You got scammed. Second off, should we have $1,000 handbags? It didn't cost that much to make. If we made but then the idea of, sales and marketing and inflating values, bubbles. We got a lot of bubbles going on, bro. A lot of things that are worth money that ain't really worth nothing. And again, hey, look at me. Anybody that's been listening to me lately, you should know by now that material possessions ain't gonna get you nowhere. Because look at where I've gotten myself to without nothing special. I mean, my daughter helped me anchor. And being a good father helped me anchor. But that's about it, man. That's kind of where, hey, that's my, one thing where I'm going to say it helped me get through things. Other than that, got to figure shit out yourself. At least for me. Not everybody can do that. That's why I do what I do, to help other people figure it out. But yeah, how could I sit here and say I'm innately bad when I become the person I am today? But maybe I had to fight off these things and these urges? And it's a tough conversation because, what is evil and what is not evil? Let's say you're completely single and you hook up with somebody at the bar, okay? Is that evil? Probably not. Unless, the other person's cheating or something. You know what I'm saying? That it's not necessarily evil to just... I don't think so. Some people do say, sex before marriage is evil. Sex without... The one dude was trying to say that... if you have sex and it's not for the purpose of producing a baby, then it's gay. It's pretty much gay if you're not trying to make a baby. Which is insane. I need some more water. Come on, buddy. All right, example 2. Let's turn it up a notch. Let's say you're seeing somebody. Let's say hypothetically you haven't even had sex with that person yet, but there's a connection or something like that. And you're talking. And things are going well. You're spending time with each other, all that shit. Helping each other, blah, blah, blah. If I were to tell that person that I'm not seeing anybody and I'm giving you my full attention, and I might go out and about, but I ain't doing nothing with nobody else. If I then go out with the boys, okay, now I don't drink, so it's not as easy to get me horny. Is that the right word? I mean, as a man, you're kind of always ready to go a little bit, but that's the thing, you gotta control that shit. But, I have a normal, healthy testosterone. But if I were to go out with the boys and somebody, just straight up says, hey, I would like to have sex with you tonight. And in that moment, my brain's be like, yeah, I'm going to think about that person. What's going to happen in your brain? There's going to be an impulse somewhere. There is going to be an impulse in your brain. Are those impulses making us innately evil? Is the fact that we have those impulses? Now, me personally, again, since I don't drink, it's different. This is not a good example for me because I've turned it down dead ass single. Like, I've shied away. I could feel somebody's trying to jump my bones, and I'm kind of like, even if they're pretty and shit. Like, sometimes you get a bad spiritual reading. But anyways, let's say I was a drinker or something. I went out. I told someone that I'm not gonna do nothing with nobody else. And then I go do something. I get somebody jumps my bones, and I'm in that moment. I'm drinking, and I fail. That's pretty evil, man. You told somebody that you were reserving yourself for them. That's pretty fucking evil. Even if you're not officially dating them, and you'd be like, well, it's not cheating. And then even if there isn't that discussion about being exclusive with someone, still pretty fucky, in my opinion. I know that we don't live in that anymore, and that when you're talking with someone, they have like 4 people on their jock. One way, whether it's a man or a woman. And the good dudes can sniff that out, ladies, just to let you know. From a fucking mile. Just by, like, they say girls can smell desperate and all that. Men have, when you're in control of yourself as a man, you have clear vision. You can see these things spiritually too. I can also see when someone's trying to be respectful about that energy. You can just tell when someone's trying to respect that energy and do the right thing with that energy. Now, if you're dead ass single, again, I'm not saying it's wrong to hook up with someone. Okay, they have now temptationed me into sex. And I didn't hurt nobody. No harm, no foul, good times. Cool. Again, I'm not, and that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying I don't think we're evil, because is that original thought evil? No, it's just reproduction. And then even if you are in a 10-year marriage or something like that, like you're out on a business trip at a hotel, and the girl, she's drinking, and she kind of, you see that ass or something, and your brain, like, it's not even you thinking nice ass. Your brain is just like, reproduce with that. Like, fuck that, But again, that also is something that can be trained. Fuck. I've been objectifying women at all lately because I've been talking to someone and had my energy with someone. I haven't even, goddamn, that's pretty crazy. But it shows me that, hey, I reached a spot where, that I could deserve a relationship, because I reached that spot that if somebody does have my attention, like, my shit ain't geeking out. I don't even care. And I was like that single. That's the whole manifestation thing. I did that shit when I was single. As hell. Nobody. No girls, no nothing. And I would, like, kind of avoid it. I'd still be out and about, but kind of avoid that. And that's training, bro. And that's doing yourself a favor. I don't want to be, like, freaking out horny all the time. Out and about. When you kind of, it's best to save that energy for somebody. The right person. But again, yeah. So for me, I've almost, like, because I've taught myself to do that, even when I didn't have nobody, that's sort of like the power. This dick ain't free. And that's the other thing. Like, if you do have a good sexual energy, if that's a good energy, it's not gonna be good if you're giving that energy out to, like, a lot of people. So, like, the bragging about getting pussy, I mean, can it be fun? Yeah. I've had, we all have our slut phase. Maybe not all of us. But yeah, shit's just, it's damaging. But a lot of people, even, let's go back to the 10-year relationship example, out on the business trip. People fail. And you know what's crazy? Hey, where they at? Grand Rapids? What happens in Grand Rapids stays in Grand Rapids. Wherever you're at. Tuscaloosa, Arizona. What happens there stays there. Like, that person might never find out. But karma gonna get you. You know, you can do that, oh, she'll never find out thing. That's really not true. Because unless you're like a narcissistic or just a sick person, I don't understand. I never cheated and it won't be something I ever do. It's just that simple. Like, I'm 29. If I if I didn't do that when I sucked as a man, I'm obviously not going to do that when I'm here. But yeah, you know, I'm not chooch, you know. Yeah, I got some ass last night. Great. But if you have a girlfriend, not great. Like, not great, no. Like, oh, you've committed to someone, but you're unable to control your sexual urges as a man. Oh. Like, there's not, like, there's a lot, is your man, like, there's not really any man where you're just getting thrown pussy. It's just super easy. You kind of have to go out of your way, probably, you know. Sometimes you bump into it, but, like, kind of have to do something to try something or get really lucky. So if you, like, you failed as a human being. You had a chance to keep your dick in your pants and you didn't. And that's just insecurity a lot of times with men. Men cheat because they're insecure and afraid. I don't nitpick nothing with girls. I don't care what you post on social media. I post things too. I'm not going to nitpick or think like, I never, you know, you could like take things too far. Oh, they posted this. What if that's about me or something? You know, you could do all that shit. And I used to do that bullshit in the past. But I allow people to be, you know, there's little things. Like, I don't know, like, oh, let's say a girl posts something sexual and you're like, you could be the guy that's, oh, why didn't you say something to me? Why didn't I get that attention? Why didn't me? Why not me? It's kind of like, I post sexual things and say sexual things all the time. Why the fuck would I get mad at someone for doing that? You know what I'm saying? But in the past, my mind would have tripped out on something like that. Or I know a lot of dudes and women be getting in arguments over little things like that. But it's because the man's insecure. And like me, dude, I have that security. I'm so secure that, hey, if this person ran out of my life, this person texted me tomorrow and said, I'm done with you. I'm not even going to tell you why, dumbass. Would I be hurt? Disappointed? Sad? Little bit. Yeah, for sure. But the universe will return to you the energy that you put out. And it's not saying I'm even looking for anything in return. Shit, I don't even care. I would care. It'd make you sad, but it's not going to ruin my whole glow and my whole operation. A lot of people allow the loss of a romantic relationship to kind of dictate how you're operating. So again, that thought of innately bad, a lot of times it's the insecurity or something else that causes someone to do these bad things. Most people, if you're in a happy relationship, you're not going to want to cheat or nothing like that. You're not even going to go there. But then there's the people that do go there. Why they went there, that's the whole thing. Is your brain this evil, bad You know, it wants to consume, it wants to fuck, it wants to do all this shit. And then we have to control it. Or are we innately good and we live in the land of evil and we're good souls and we're here, the goal is to fight the evil and overcome it, and that's how you become a real natural human, is fighting through adversity and making it to the other side. Polly says, you don't think Jesus is coming back? Yeah, again, I'm not super religious, so I don't know, but I think at this point, yeah, they be saying Jesus and God, they already took their people and they're off. They're off. The rest of us were evil souls trapped. But no. Honestly, my end assessment on innately good or innately bad would be both. That you're born with the ability to be good or be bad. You're born with the ability to live in hell or live in heaven. But yeah, it's just it's sad that people get like manipulated and shit by bad men, and then it fucks them up because they think that bad men love them. When they didn't. They just liked something about them that kept them around. But then people be cheating, girls and guys be cheating on each other, and I don't know, it's weird, man. It's a weird thing. Yeah. That's always going to be my answer. A balance of two things. I simplified that pretty quick. That's probably all I had to say, huh? The problem, too, is when most of the people that do something bad, let's say an abusive man, well, that abusive man is going to probably, when a man abuses a woman and they're in a relationship, when you're in a relationship with someone, you're getting to know somebody, you talk about your past trauma or negative experiences. So, like, man to woman, okay, this woman already knows that this man has been through all this sad, hardcore, crazy stuff. Maybe they got molested or something. Who knows? Oh, Kitty. Oh, Kitty. Why have you done this, Kitty? You've showed your booty. It's not that kind of show. Oh, Jesus Christ. What was I saying? Something about something. Yeah, my meds are kicking in. What was I saying? Something about... Fuck. Oh yeah, manipulation and stuff. So again, you have this person who is abusive, not holding it down. They hit women or stuff like that. When they do that to somebody, the woman will go back on, well, this has happened. I love this man. I'll give him benefit of the doubt. And they give you that benefit of the doubt, and then they just keep riding with it. And they get exposed to so much evil, and maybe he starts cheating on her. Then that woman not only thinks that all men are bad, but she thinks that it's okay for herself to then manipulate men because of what she's gone through. Which, is fair ball, Like, at a certain point, that woman probably fucking stuck her neck out for the dude. probably stayed down even though he was slapping her, and he's seen her with or she's seen him with another girl. Seen like a condom that she knew that wasn't used with her. Like, shit, man. And still stays with him until it finally is just like, that's enough. And they get tricked. The women then, in their brain, because they've been having sex with the person and all that, your brain tells you that you love them, but you really fucking don't. If somebody's cheating on you and they're abusive physically and mentally, you do not love that person, and you never really probably did. And you can say like, oh, well, he had gone through that. He had gone through that. Excuses. Everybody's got an excuse, and they all stink like shit. However that quote goes. And, you know, I feel for, again, that person, that man that does that bad shit. Yeah, he's probably had some terrible stuff in his life that makes you say, hey, fair ball. I guess life really threw you the shitter. Go be a shithead. But you can, like, be a shithead and not do it to women. You can just go out and be a dick. And you don't have to do it to one specific person and harm their world. So yeah, it's basically a bunch of people that had bad shit happen to them. Now then going out and doing bad shit to other people and fucking other people over because they think it's okay. And again, it's a hard one. Because at a certain point, if you hear people's stories, now they've been pushed around like, yeah, you know what? You should break some hearts. Fuck them. Make them cry. But then I guess you're no better than the person that harmed you. That's your opportunity to be better. It's like some reverse karma. You got the bad karma, and then you gotta not let the bad karma make you do bad things. Or else it will complete the circle. Gotta buck the trend. But yeah, I don't know. The idea of like controlling women is fun to some people. And I mean, I have friends that they don't really screw people over, but they sleep around. I respect that. They don't like lie. It's like, go buy a cat if you want something to take. I don't know. No, actually, you're a dick. Don't buy a cat. No, these people are bad. Don't get rid of them. I just think about, like, alright, what do I like to do with my day-to-day basis? There's no time to be abusive. Like, I don't have time for abuse. But yeah, it says, and you can generalize. I used to do it. All women are this, women are like that, blah, blah, blah. You generalize. But yeah, the whole, like loving someone, I guess you can still, like, did you love them? It's a matter of the definition of word love. And we can peek at that. I don't know how it's gonna really help us that much, to be honest. Man, I'm fucked up. I need to go to bed. I mean, is love basically, alright, there's an intense feeling of deep affection, a great interest and pleasure in something. So there's that. Like, the basic definition of love is basically liking something a lot. Like, I like this thing so much that we need to add a new word. Whether, you know, you love football, you love podcasting, whatever you like. But yeah, the word affection. I'm very affectionate towards this person. I care about this person a lot. So then we start using that. Like, love is almost like it's like a stage. When you start a romantic relationship, at some point it might get to that point where you say or think, I love you. what people don't understand, it's fairly easy to like something a lot. And then this like, oh, we made it to that thing where we say I love you. We made it there. We had those affectionate feelings. But a lot of those feelings came with a, oh, these things are great, so I can ignore these things. Ignore the bad. And that's why, like, for me, it's like, as far as my routines and what I do today now, you will not find much bad. You just ain't going, it ain't, you're digging for nothing. I ain't fucking nothing up. Not anymore. Hell no. So for me, yeah, it should be easy for people to love me, and I think it is. I do believe that. But I allow myself to have feelings of love, even about all sorts of things throughout the day. So it's like, when you start using that word in the sense of a romantic relationship, again, it is like we got to that stage. But were you maybe just excited to be in a relationship with a specific type of person? And if you were to sat there and really evaluate those negative things, that's hard to do, though. This is emotional ass shit. This is the will of nature and connection and love, and it's confusing and hard. But for me, it's pretty simple, you know. If I like something a lot and feel like it's core and it fits into me, like it fits in my core values, and this is something that I wanted or enjoy, then yeah, I'll say I love that thing. But like the deep affection and it is love. When you say, oh, I loved her, when I say I love, let's think about me. Let's dig in my brain. If I were to sit here and say, do I love my ex-wife? She's the mother of my child, so I'm going to say yes. But that's just me being nice. Do I love this person? Do I like this person? I don't know. I haven't really talked to this person in, like, outside of children stuff for years. So I don't even know. At one point in time, did I love them very deeply? Yeah, I guess so, right? Yeah, they gave me all those feelings of deep affection, intimacy, attachment, warmth. But then for me to like look back on it and like hope it would have worked out, that's where you really gotta draw a fucking thing. Like, get your scissors. Like I said earlier in the show, if you're not with that person anymore, you don't love them anymore. Whether they left you or you left them, if the relationship stopped. But then again, hey, let me think about, I did love them though. But things changed. Things changed. Even if you loved them at one point, shit changed and you don't know more. Because either something they done or things fading away. So when people go back and say I still have love for someone, I think that's good. Or I loved them. But I don't know if it's definitely not good to ponder too much on. Like whether or not it could have worked out or not. A past relationship. Again, it's hard to break free from that stuff, you know? Or like where would you be if it worked out and they didn't have those negative things? But with me, it's very different than most people. This stuff's very different. One, because my spiritual shit. Two, because I'm a rock star. And the person I've built is a fucking rock star. And I already love myself. So I'm not ever going to think in the past like, oh,
I need this love. I need romantic love in my life. I need a girlfriend. And that's one that I had a chance with. It didn't work out. And we loved each other. And I wish it would have worked out. And I'm thinking about what if it did. Or maybe even there's a way that it could still work out. Like, that's where you're really playing a bad game. Because I know that I can love myself just as much as anybody else would. I'd be able to love myself more. Maybe. Probably. So yeah, again, with my spiritual shit, it's different. Like at one point in time, let me go back. Yeah, of course it took what, maybe, I don't know, it was a weird. I guess once I knew that I was left for someone, it was kind of like fuck you type shit. But yeah, for a while there, I definitely thought about, oh, I loved this person. This could have worked out. We could have had a family. Everything could have been fun. I guess I realized that I didn't want that with that person. And as far as family life, you want to I do want to have a partner in crime. I'm working on it. Seems to be going in the right direction. But I want it kind of unconventional. And I want it to be a fucking, not just a fairy tale, not just like the I love you fairy tale and all the good moments. I want it to be like a war that I go through with someone, where we improve ourselves and we glow up. And we battle in this world. We make this world our bitch. That's what I want. And the only way to get there is battling through suffering. There isn't, like, if you just handed life on a silver plate, your silver plate ain't gonna taste that good. What do you put on that plate ain't gonna even taste that good. You rather off have a rusty plate, an old rusty plate. You want to be served in life with an old rusty plate. If life serves you with an old shit bag, bullshit plate of food, that's what you want. You just eat it. Just fucking eat it. And you'll become the man. Or the woman. But yeah, no, it's a super hard thing to not want to look back and think about. But again, because I'm a conqueror, kinda, in a way, and I love myself, I no longer think about that shit. And that's when someone actually will pop into your life. Or, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean, like, sometimes life throws you a bone and you can take it. That's great. And it can be a person. Did life kind of throw me a bone with some new people? Yeah. I felt that. I fuck with that. Hell yeah, life. But I wasn't dependent on it. I always think that I dig up my own bones. Dig up my own boner. Alright, that's all I have for today. Hold on, Polly, what do we got? I love the Whopper more than a Big Mac. I don't know, the Big Mac's kind of disappointing. It's like you have a Big Mac, everyone's first Big Mac is special, and then it's not as good. I think the Whopper is better than the Big Mac. And the other thing about love, too, it gets overused in relationships and romance. And people build when they think of the word love in their head, they think like, oh, who's my partner? Who do I love? And if they don't have anybody to love, what will happen is they'll go back in the past. You'll go back in the past. And you'll start thinking about the good moments and the happy moments when you were in love with that person from the past. but it's gonna make you sad because they're not with you no more, or they turned into a shitty person, or they did things you didn't expect. So yeah, you want to appreciate your times, but I found the most love in my life when I focused inward on loving myself and then loving the things around me that I already had and nurturing the relationships that I already had. But if you get that pull to the past, it can throw you off and you can miss out on things that are happening in front of you. I mean, I can't think of any specific examples, but I know for sure that there's things that I missed out on because I was tripping. I was tripping about my exes. Good times. All right. As always, keep it fucking real, and we will catch you next time. Peace.